Hello everybody, Jordan Gasly here, and I'm here with another upgrade kit unboxing putting together video, I guess? I don't know. I picked up this Devastator upgrade kit, which has been, I guess, out of print for, I don't know, like 6, maybe 7 years. I was late to collecting the Combiner Wars stuff, and in 2018 when I acquired my Devastator, I didn't realize that upgrade kits were a thing. It wasn't until a couple of years later that I found out about it, and I wanted one, but they were all either out of print and super expensive or just didn't exist anymore. But there was a store online that a friend on TikTok had recommended to me, and I'm going to show you their card here. It is the Show Z store. Here you go. If you want to go ahead and pause it and check out the QR codes and check out their Discord. But a friend on TikTok recommended them, and I went for it because they had this bad boy in stock, and I hadn't seen it in years, and I really wanted it, so I got it. But after he gave me the thumbs up, I made no hesitation to grab this upgrade kit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what is in the box. We're going to see all of the different pieces, and we're going to put old Devi together and see how much he is upgraded. Also, I'm going to shift a lot of my camera angles because my desk does not go back that deep. I don't have the greatest workstation. I'm still kind of getting used to doing these unboxing upgrade kit videos, so I'm still trying to figure out the dynamic that works on these things here in my workspace area. So there will be a lot of cuts and a lot of camera angles going back and forth, and you might even see me pick up the camera and get some close-ups on this guy. So let's just get right into it. Alright, what you actually see here that Devi's holding on to is actually the back of the box. The front of the box is just pretty plain. DK01. I think this was actually DNA Design's first upgrade kit, and I mean, again, since this has come out, I've picked up a handful of DNA Designs upgrade kits for my Transformers, and I absolutely love them. I think they're fantastic, so I felt I could trust this one whenever I saw that it was getting reissued. So nothing too crazy on the cover, maybe a little bit of dust, but DK01 Devastator upgrade kit parts? No, it doesn't say parts, I just made that up. Anyway, for Combiner Wars Devastator, the retail version, the San Diego Comic-Con version, or the Takara Tommy version. So let's see, we have some artwork on the sides there of just some sketches of the pieces. And on the back we have all the pieces, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see, starting from top to bottom, we get a new Devastator head, which has LED lights in it, so you can put some battery-sized, watch-sized batteries in it, the little button cell batteries. And his eyes will light up. You get a couple of different face swaps here. You get kind of like a grinning face, and you get a grunting face. I think I'm going to display mine with the grunting face here. And I guess at some point in the comic books, I never really read any of the IDW comic books, Prowl and Devastator, I guess their sparks fuse or their bodies fuse together, and it's a Prowl head on Devastator's body. So they added that that piece there if you wanted to display yours that way. We get 2 new shoulder risers. One of the things on this guy here is that a lot of people complain that his shoulders did not go up high, and it really didn't give him that kind of, I guess, that bulk up in the shoulders there. But that's what the kit does here, is that will actually go in between here. Let me move the camera again. That'll actually go right here in between the shoulder areas, and it'll actually raise them, and looks like it'll give him some bulk. But let's go ahead and take a look at what else is on here. We get some arm covers for the spots right here. Let's see if I can turn it around. You got some hollow gaps right here, and these pieces right here are supposed to cover that up. And you can see the hands aren't the greatest, So we'll get some articulated hands there. And I'm going to leave him very awkwardly like that. We'll also get some other pieces, some knee, I guess some kneecaps or some knee fillers for these spots right here. But the most important thing that I am really excited for is right here in the center, we actually get a cover for Mixmaster. So it looks like he's actually a cement truck right here. The way he transforms, this is actually the back of the cab, but they kind of painted it to make it look like the front. Not the back of the cab, the back of the vehicle. Excuse me. I know how to speak. Thank you for watching. No, but they kind of like mocked this up to make it look like the cab of the vehicle, and it's not supposed to be the cab of the vehicle. The cab of the vehicle is actually right over on the other side. So they made this to make it look more like the Generation 1 figure, and we can kind of see right here, if I can get really close, what it's gonna look like. Looks pretty fantastic. So I am looking forward to that, and all of these other pieces you can put together on long haul, so you can he can store everything. I am going to show that to you. I haven't taken this guy apart since I got him in 2018, so I need to refigure out how to do all of that. But it's a learning experience. We'll figure it out together, and you'll see it in this video. Let's go ahead and crack the box open here. I'll readjust the camera so we can see. Alright, we have our instruction manual, which will come in handy. And let's go ahead and get this cut open, because it looks like it's on maybe a double tray. I'm not too sure. No. Here is some of our smaller pieces, like the gap fillers for the knees and some of the other storage components. Here are those shoulder fillers. Pretty nice. Tell you what, let me go ahead and move this guy so the camera doesn't keep going in and out of focus. Alright, there we go. So we have our gap fillers. Alright, here are our gap fillers for the arms. It looks like you can turn them into some blasters here. It looks like you have some pistons that extend, give them a more construction-like aesthetic. So we got these guys, the two fists, getting a thumbs up right over here for purchasing this upgrade kit. There we go. The head right here. Come on, focus. And you can unclip this piece, which is, that is very flimsy. Be careful, that'll break. But something that's really cool about the Devastator upgrade kit head is that you can pop up his forehead, and then if you wanted to just give him his eyes, you can do that. But I personally really like the 80s style visor, so that is how I will be displaying this bad boy. So here you go. Here's your switch for the on-off switch for the LEDs. But I do not have any button cell batteries, so I have to go and buy some. Follow up on that. That might be a TikTok thing. So, and let's see. In here we've got, like I said, we got those gap fillers. We have the different face plates to where he's kind of screaming. Let me go ahead and, there we go. So those are the gap fillers for the knees. I know I'll figure out what this does in a minute, but this is a clip for long haul in his dump truck mode, so you can haul everything, or he can haul everything on him. Hence his name, long haul. And here is that really awesome grunting face. That is 100% the face I am going to display him with. And here is the piece that I am the most excited for. So, oh man, got to be careful though, because it actually does have some transformation or transformation process. So let's start putting this guy together. What do you say? Give me some time to take apart Devastator, and I'll be right back. Alright, we'll do this first since it seems to be the easiest part. The head and the plate that it comes with is detached. It doesn't come put together, so you just go ahead and you get the clip out of here, and we just put it right there, and there you go. Look at that. He's a head, and he's got tilt and side to side. So there you go. Alright, let's start with long haul here, and I really forgot how big of a chonky boy he is. The first thing we can do is we can actually take these knee fillers here and just press them into those gaps here, and my first observation is this is a slightly different color green than this, so the paint matching not the best, but also I'm not too entirely sure if I'm mad at it because it does break up the monotony of that yellow a little bit. So jury's still out. We'll decide on the aesthetic a little bit at a later date. The next thing is this clip, which, because we're going to have a whole bunch of stuff up here, we need to put the chest plate wings somewhere. So if you don't remember what the chest plate wings look like, it's these guys right here. So we get this little clip and we put it right here, and then we are supposed to be able to take these two pieces, which do not fit together in any special way, and then just clip them in. Oh, I'm doing it backwards. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that took me way longer than I care to admit. Also, I had the wings facing the wrong way. The pegs are supposed to be facing out, so if you have the sides with the pegs, they're supposed to face out, not in. Who knew? So the next thing we're going to put on these guys are the shoulder risers, and they are going to be some extra cannons for him. So I feel like this peg hole right here is supposed to go on top of this guy, but let me make sure. I feel like it's supposed to just do this. I feel like that's correct. If not, yell at me in the comments. We'll do this side next. And that is that for those two sides. Let's do these things next, because these go right up here and give him some kind of cool looking cannon support. So let's flip that. Flip that. And how do I install you? Okay, I think I figured it out, but I also accidentally skipped a step. So I'm going to rewind for a second. These are going to go on the side here temporarily, and I'm going to go ahead and replace the fists here for the older. Go ahead and focus for me. Focus, there we go. I'm going to put you guys on the sides here. We'll come back to you. Please hold. Here we go. So it's easy to replace the fists. You just pop it out right here. It is on a mushroom peg, which hopefully will just slide right out. Feels like it's going. There we go. And we want to keep this part, and the old fist can go bye-bye. That is the right hand. So I need the new right hand, which should be right here. We'll just peg that in, replace them. Come on. Come on. I think that was the way it went. If not, we'll fix it in post. It's fine. There we go. Check that out. We have articulated fingers here for Devastator. And oh, that's going to be fantastic. Oh, and check this out. You even have a nice little peg here for the blaster. Whenever you put the blaster in, it gives you better grip. So it just kind of like fits right on here. That is one hand done. Let's go ahead and do the other one real quick. Alright, hand number 2. Same process. And out of this mushroom peg. New fist. Put it back together, and voila. There you go. And a piece just fell out. So far, there has been a couple of loose pieces on here that I'm not too fond of. But, you know what? I'll figure out how to fix this in a second. Okay, so funny story. My kit actually came misassembled. This little gray piece right here that flips up to become a handle was actually installed backwards. So this part was over here, and it was an easy fix. It was kind of annoying. I had to take the whole thing apart, and then I had to set it in its tray because its little peg holes are right here, and I couldn't slip them in. I had to disassemble the whole hand to get it all together. So this one is good to go. Let me go ahead and put him back on his forearm here, and he should be good to go. And something tells me, I have a feeling, because whenever I installed the other hand a second ago, the peg was loose, and I think I'm going to have to do the same thing on the other one. So let's take a look here, and we will look together. Yeah, you see how it is backwards right here? It's actually supposed to be the other way around. Let me go ahead, take this apart real quick. And yeah, it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be, I don't know if you can see how the lighting is, but there is a tiny little peg hole where this dude's peg should be. So alright, here we go. This was something I wasn't expecting to show you today. So, take out these 2 screws right here. Drop them right there, and the thumb pops off, and the little wrist articulation pops off. And we can actually take this peg out. So this is where it gets a little tricky. So, it was installed like this. And it's got to be installed like that. So we can ever so gently take these 2 pieces apart without breaking it. And so we have the fingers. Go ahead and take the 2 pegs, and they'll sit right there. And these guys right here go on top. There's 2 grooves right here on either side, and the 2 slots right here, they just slide on. There we go. I got them. Cool. Yeah, see? So that secures it. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah. This guy goes back over here somehow. This way? Yeah, that way. And this goes... Nope. I did it wrong. That guy goes there like this. And right there. Boom. Alright, and you just take the screws, put them back in. So that was an unexpected misassembly fix that I had to do. And this is riveting YouTube video. I assure you, everybody is on the edge of their seat right now, wondering what will happen next. What's going to happen next is... Nope, see? And then it goes, boom, and it stays in there. It's still loose. I don't know why it's still loose, but we can peg that in right there. Come on. There we go. And we can just go ahead and reassemble the whole shebang. Now that we have this guy all figured out. We're going to go back and take our little piece right here, and there's a peg on the inside where we're just going to peg this guy on. And I kind of cup the hand here, and it kind of fits in this way. And remember that little piece that we fixed? Look at that. It comes out right there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring in your chonky boy right over here as he falls apart with his new pieces. And the peg is going to go right here in this peg hole. And he will just sit right there. And he's got a cannon. Let's go ahead and do it with the other one. There you go. There's a quick edit for you. I wasn't going to put you through that again. And then, if you want, we can take the remainder of our chest piece, put them right here, and then we have Long Haul, the mobile battle station. So, your chonky boy is an even chonkier boy holding everybody's pieces. There you go. Let's move on to Mixmaster. Alright, here is Mixmaster, and like I was saying before, this, for whatever reason, is supposed to be the front of the vehicle, but for anyone who's a fan of Generation 1, we know that the barrel faces this way, and they also painted the back of the vehicle to look like the front of the vehicle, and this is Devastator's foot. So we are going to go ahead and put this guy on to give this part a more G1 aesthetic. And what we have here are these little peg holes right here. So we have to get these pegs around those peg holes, and I believe in order to do so we flip these guys around and we just try to gently slide it on without breaking anything. That's the key, Jordan. Don't break anything. Oh, you know what? That wasn't that hard. Okay, let's see. So now that we have the piece on, it kind of has some transforming pieces as well. So what I think we can do is bring this down and around, and we are good. No, make sure that that is pegged in, and then we can bring, maybe? I don't know. Did I do it wrong? Feels like I did it wrong. Or maybe I didn't do it wrong. Maybe that is supposed to be that way, and I'm just making stuff up. I don't know. I'm just spitballing at this point. I'm surprised you're still watching. Let's see. Alright, I figured it out. This piece is supposed to flip out like that. So that fills it in. There we go. Yeah, look at that. I had it. I just didn't have it all the way. I knew what I was doing. Okay. There he is, and I won't lie, these two pieces on the side are very loose. Like, they don't stay pegged in as well as I had hoped they would, which is kind of a bummer, but if you get it just right and then you just leave him, he looks pretty okay. But because this is a big part of the transformation, whenever you put him back into robot mode, you have to unclip everything. You have to take these two side pieces right here and fold them down, and then you have to fold that piece in. So what that'll do is that frees it up, and this side is on this sliding track where you just slide, like you get, like I said, it's tricky and it doesn't really work that well, but it's, here we go, see if I can get a better shot. It slides down, and then it just pegs in right there. And let's see, I'm trying to look at it and also look at it through the viewfinder and the camera at the same time, which, you know, sometimes really doesn't work out. There we go. And then it pegs in like that, like that. Like I said, the pegs aren't as strong. So once again, take this bottom part, fold it down, fold that part in, and we are going to all the way down, which frees it up to slide down the track, which will hopefully let me peg these two side pieces in. Okay. See, it's a little bit of a mess, which is kind of a bummer because I was hoping it would fit together a little bit better. And if I can get both of these pieces at the same... Okay, alright. Did it work? Did I do it? No, probably not. You're probably getting as frustrated as I am. Alright, we can put that back. Alright, so that's what he's supposed to look like. I'm not going to transform the rest of him into the robot mode, but that is what his profile is going to look like here. I'll do a zoom in so you can give it a look-see right here. And let's get him into foot mode. Almost have this guy in foot mode. I did want to point out that the new piece has this groove that's cut out right there, so that way whenever you do place him in his foot mode, the barrel, the mixing barrel, can slide right on. So you really do need to give him his little ankle pivot to make that happen though. So we've got our foot right here. So let's put him aside and see what we can do about these new arm pieces. Alright, so now we're going to look at these pieces again. We've already put them together. We have the forearm extender here. So we're going to go ahead and flip out the hand. And you got to be careful with these extender pieces because much like the rest of the kit, doesn't seem like it's fitting together the best. Like these pieces will come apart, but we're going to go ahead and swing this part out to expose the pipe, and I don't know if you can tell, but there is a peg right there, and what we're going to do is we're going to plug that up right there, but first I have to angle it just right where Yahtzee, there we go. So we go ahead and put the forearm there, and what we'll do is we're going to extend the pipes, and this peg is just going to peg in right there, just to kind of give him some extra looking, cool looking design and details on the opposite end. So that is Scavenger. Scrapper? Scavenger? Scavenger. Someone's probably yelling at me. Also, it's a bummer because my elbow joint for my Devastator is actually really loose, and I don't know how to fix it. So if somebody out there has the same issue with their Devastator, go ahead and let me know, and let me know how you fixed it, if you fixed it. Anyway, so we're going to put this guy off to the side right here. We're going to bring in Bone Crusher right here, and we are essentially just going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and flip the hand out here, secure it, gently flip this guy down, but before we do, see, it just falls apart. Ah, man. Let's see if we can try this again. So we will take this piece and run in here, peg it in. Where are you? Somewhere in there. Yep, there we go. Alright, extend the pipe, plug it in, and there we go. There we go. Alright, now we're going to move on to these shoulder pieces here. Let me figure out how they're supposed to be oriented, and then we will figure out how to put them on the big guy. Alright, let's bring this guy in. First we are going to get him oriented properly. So you want the pipes facing down with the cannons facing down, and this right here is going to plug in to this cavity, as well as these little oval shapes right here, and these pegs are going to plug in right here and right here. So let's go ahead and get that done, and you want to make sure that these two ports are facing forward, because his chest wings are going to, or his like little chest armor wings are gonna plug in there. So let's go ahead and get this guy all plugged up. There we go. There we go. And it gives him some butterfly joints, it looks like. So we have our dude all ready to go. Let's put him up. Let's put him off to the side. Let's grab Bone Crusher. And same thing, we'll go ahead and plug that up right there, get everything lined up and plugged up here on the sides. If you want to play nice, come on. Come on. Come on. Get back in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There we go. And we are all set. Put him off to the side, and let's get our boy built. Like I said, I will more than likely have to move the camera because workspace issues. There's one leg. There's our other leg. Let's go ahead and get this guy attached. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Starting to look pretty good. He's starting to come together. This is a vast aesthetic improvement here. So let's go ahead and get the rest of him put together. Pardon the weird angle, but again, limited desk space that I'm working with. So we have our new arm attachment right here. There is a port right here that will plug in right there. So let's go ahead and do that. See how that feels and looks. Fits on there pretty snug. Alright, same thing right here with our scavenger or scrapper figure. Scavenger figure. Scrapper's the other guy. Port right here, and we'll just plug it in right there. Fits pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, he is starting to get a lot heavier as far as top heaviness, which I guess is to be expected. He has a whole bunch of these other parts on him. Alright, so now we have his chest plate. There are some pegs here that should fit in here. This peg should fit in here. And I am going to hope it doesn't give me any kind of ridiculous, unnecessary trouble while putting this together. And it just popped off. Alright, now I'm going to fiddle with this off camera. This is actually kind of annoying. Alright, here we go. Finally was able to get the chest wing on, and so this is what we've got going on. He definitely looks a lot bulkier. This looks fantastic. Honestly, a lot of these pieces were a little bit more finicky than I was hoping for them to be, but now that everything is on and he's not moving, it looks good. The only thing that we have to do is attach the new head, and since this one cannot screw on this port right here, we actually just take it, flip it back, and the two ports right here just fit in right there, and that is our new Devi head. Actually, hold on a second, I'm going to do something. Oop. Alright, and plug that in, and visor down. There, now we're ready to roll. And there we go. He's all put together. Some final thoughts. I think from afar, he looks great. I think he looks good. But going through the odyssey that I just went through, a lot of these parts were so finicky, more finicky than they needed to be. And now that he's also has some extra pieces and he's a little bit more top heavy, I'm starting to notice a little bit more gapping between some things. Also, because his arms are lifted, these guys just kind of hang out. They're not hidden like they used to be. So he just has these weird hands that I need to figure out what to do with. But listen, all that aside, I think he looks pretty good. I'm not disappointed with it. Well, I mean, I guess I'm disappointed with the process, but the end thing is pretty good. But you have to put up a fight with it like I did. Maybe I just did something wrong. I don't know. But this is really the standout piece. The shoulder pieces, you know, I could probably kind of do without. I do like the arm extensions. I'll fiddle around with it. Maybe I'll take these off and see how he looks. But I do like the screaming head. I'm really excited to get batteries in there to see what the LEDs look like. I didn't think to run to the store to grab some beforehand. Also, I keep noticing that his head keeps rocking back, which is also an issue. So, was it an upgrade kit? I don't know. I'll let you be the judge. But this is the final product. I might do some kind of combo. I don't know. I might fiddle around with it and figure out what I like. But this is what it looks like. So, we'll start right over here. We'll go down this way. And we will end right there with the big guy. Real quick addendum, it was bothering me that the head would keep rocking back, so I opened it up and I repositioned the little pegs on the inside, and it actually holds on a lot better now. So much like the pieces over here that I had to just kind of do a quick fix, they just needed to be reset. But yeah, here he is. In the blurry area. But yeah, there he is as I zoom out and you see the rest of my desk. And there he is with the rest of the Titans. Looks pretty good. I do like the extra arm articulation. So these are now his points of articulation as opposed to the spots that were right here and right here. So it gives him a bigger reach. Again, I just feel like the gapping up here is just a little too much. I kind of have him on this weird stance here, but I don't know. I think now that I back away from it and I look at it, like it looks really good. It was just really frustrating to put on. So he looks great next to all of these guys right here. So maybe soon I'll do a photo shoot with him and the Dinobots. But man, I really wish there was a better way to conceal these. These just look really awkward. But yeah, other than that, I think it looks really good. I'm glad I got it.